What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for another video. So if you watched my last video, you'll remember that I was going on a photo adventure slash vacation to an undisclosed location. Well, I'm back and I have a story for you. But before I get too far into it, remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and get ready because I'm gonna dish out all the tea. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I was in need of not only a nice little vacation, but also a photo adventure where I could try some new things, new locations, new techniques. Well, that vacation happened, and now that I'm back, I'm not only going to show you some stuff that I recorded on my GoPro, but also share some photos and elaborate on all the details of the trip. It's currently 8:38 in the morning. We've been driving since 6. We are just outside of Susanville, California. And as you'll see, we're going on a nice little adventure. So currently at a rest stop, had to stretch the legs, use the restroom, you know, typical things. Then it's on to Susanville and then on to the next stop. So yeah, stick around, should be fun. So right off the bat, I knew the drive was gonna be a long one. And since the entire trip was supposed to last 6 days, I figured that we would focus on the destination with minimal stops for photos. You know, I would make notes of places that I'd like to come back and take photos of and hit them on the way home. There was a stop that we made that wasn't intended, which was at Bernie Falls, California. I had already researched it and found that the trail to the waterfall was supposed to be closed until September, so we were just gonna bypass it altogether. But luckily, nature called and there was a strong need to stretch the legs and use the restroom. And upon talking to the park personnel at the gate, they informed us that the lower trail was closed, but the upper portion was open. So we paid the $10 and decided to just have lunch and see the falls. Hey, I just want to jump in here for a second. I want to thank each and every one of you for all the love, the subs, the likes, comments, and for just checking out the videos. So this channel is on the verge of full monetization, so I need everybody's help. So if you haven't subscribed, please do, it'd be greatly appreciated. We're less than 100 subscribers away and about 500 hours watch time from full monetization. So if everyone watching this video could please just leave a like on the video to help us out with the algorithm so that we can be seen by more people. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Once we get to 1,000 subs, whether we reach the 4,000 hours or not, I'm gonna put together a giveaway for subscribers. And depending on how that goes, it may become a regular thing. Anyway, thank you all again. Let's get back to the video. All right, so we have made it to Bernie Falls. So we're here at the state park, eating lunch, stretching the legs. They got the lower portion of the falls blocked off for repairs, but we can see it from above. So I might grab the camera and get some handheld shots. Don't know, but we'll see. I might grab the tripod. Who knows? But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Check this out. So yeah, pretty cool. So after lunch, I grabbed the camera and I decided to go get a couple of shots. So I set up the shots and did some long exposure photos handheld. But what I failed to realize is that my ISO for some reason was set to auto, which is why the photos are a bit noisy. Now, I haven't really shot on my EOS-R in a while due to me using the R7 for sports, so I didn't really think to check the ISO. Anyways, the photos aren't terrible, but I figured no worries, I'll hit it again on the way home. So we hit the road and continued toward the destination. So we drove straight up from Bernie, California, and didn't stop again until Ashland, Oregon. As of this point, the drive was pretty grueling. All the ups and downs, the steep downgrades, and the rising elevations. Always keeping notes on the places that I wanted to stop and photograph on the way home. What up? So we're here in Ashland, Oregon. That's right, we've been driving since 6 this morning. We've taken a few stops. It's, I don't even know what time it is. It's 2:27. We've taken a few stops, had lunch at the Bernie Falls. But yeah, we're almost to the destination. We figured it out yet? Figure it out. So here's where everything just takes a turn. So let's just let the cat out of the bag. The destination was Bandon, Oregon. Right on the coast with some amazing views, giant sea stacks on the shore, and surrounded by green forests. It would have been a 2.5 day stay, then off to Roseburg to get the lay of the land because we were actually looking to move and buy a home in Roseburg, Oregon. The next few hours determined our immediate future and our plans. So just to preface this first, I lived in Oregon back in 1995, as well as visited back in 2011 while my band was doing a tour. And all I could remember is how beautiful it was. However, I forgot all the things that I look at as negatives. But I'm not gonna get into those. However, as we were driving along Highway 42, all of our stress levels spiked. We were driving along, doing the speed limit on those extremely winding roads. Speed limit was 55. We were almost involved in about 6 head-on collisions, cut off at least 10 times, almost rear-ended twice, and ran off the road a couple of times. Now, going into this trip, I had several nightmares about my kids getting hurt in a car accident, so everything going on around me was just not helping me at all. The kids were scared, I was white-knuckling the steering wheel, and my fiance was on the verge of a panic attack. So when we reached Bandon, I was just done, as was everyone else. We walked Old Town Bandon for a bit looking for some food, but everything was either closed or had a wait time of over 2 hours. So we settled on what I'm gonna say is the worst Chinese food that I've ever seen and tasted. And it cost us well over $100. So upon not being able to eat the Chinese food, my fiance went to the Dairy Queen to get his food, which also tasted pretty bad. So we decided to just hang out in the hotel room for the night and relax. The kids were still on the edge. My fiance eventually entered into a full-blown panic attack. And as I laid there, all I could think about was how this may have all been a big mistake. After finally getting the kids to sleep and talking with my fiance, we decided that maybe the timing of all this was just wrong. The night prior, I'd only gotten 4 hours of sleep because of having back-to-back nightmares, and my fiance wasn't feeling great either. And both of us kind of just wanted to call off the trip, but neither one of us wanted to disappoint the other. So, finally after talking, we decided that we would just head home the next morning. So needless to say, there wasn't any epic photos taken, no seascapes, no long exposure shots of the ocean, and no astrophotography over the ocean. However, we didn't want to leave before at least taking the kids down to the beach and letting them see the ocean after everything that happened. So here we are, back in Nevada, and this whole experience is actually giving me some peace. It made me think outside of the box. It made me look at other options when it comes to my photography. And eventually, when the time's right, we'll get back to the ocean and I'll shoot those shots that I wanted. But until then, I have a pretty good plan on what my next moves are. There's a little disappointment that we didn't stay, but for us, it was just the right choice to leave when we did. Now, there's gonna be some awesome photos coming soon, as well as some really cool videos for the channel. So yeah, that was my experience going on this trip, a total of 25 hours of driving in 2 days, lots of stress, and not a lot to show for it. But hey, that's a realistic look into the life of a photographer. Things don't always work out the way that we want them to. Anyway, this video is quite long, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. So make sure, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell for future videos. Also, visit my website, jeff-gresham.com for photo prints, as well as my upcoming preset pack. Until next time, get out and shoot, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.